Hello and welcome. Welcome, Recreators. My name is Carla Jones and I am the founder of the We Create Facebook group. And I just want to say again, welcome and thank you for joining our community. This is going to be the first of many weekly videos, and we're going to do some business basic kind of chats. And so the topic that I've chosen for today really stems around the choices that we have in terms of whether we're going to be salon owners, booth renters, independent contractors, or salon suite owners. And I'd just like to take a few minutes of your time to sort of give you some insight on both from experience and for just changes that are going on in the market with some research that I've done and the statistics that I've uncovered. Well, first and foremost, I've been all three. I've been an employee salon owner. I've been a salon owner of a booth rental and independent contractor salon. And yes, I've also owned a salon suite. And each one of them I selected based on various things that were going on for me personally and professionally at the time. And at each one of those times, it was the right move. What I've heard lately and in conversations with other professionals and from those in manufacturing or salon owners is independent contractors and booth renters are destroying the industry. And that's absolutely not true. I won't believe that. What I do believe, though, is that we have a divisive nature that's not really warranted, and that we have such a beautiful opportunity within the beauty industry to pick, to choose, to enjoy, to live, to succeed, and do all of those great things. And it doesn't really matter what choice. I mean, think about it. Isn't that why you got into the beauty industry? Because you had a love, first of all, for wanting to do it. And then it provides so many options. I mean, I've stood behind the chair. I am a person who started cosmetology school late. I was 32 years old. I had an MBA degree. I had worked in corporate America for 7 years and, worked for some of the top corporations in America and decided I wanted to change. And why? I wanted to change into a profession that gave me freedom, flexibility, and opportunity for growth. I could spend more family time with my daughter. I didn't have to wait 30 years for someone to say, oh, now you've earned 5 weeks vacation. If I wanted to schedule 5 weeks off per year, I was going to figure out how to do it and make sure that financially I could. But most of all for me at the time was having a young daughter and making sure that I was available to her, but doing something that I loved and something that I knew could be very profitable for me. So I've moved from behind the chair. I started off with a booth rental salon. Then I borrowed $100,000 from the bank and opened my very first full service, beautifully decorated employee-based salon. And then years later, taken some different opportunities, worked with L'Oreal USA, decided at some point I wanted to go back into the industry behind the chair just for a little bit. I didn't want salon ownership. I didn't want booth renters. So I decided Salon Suite was the right thing for me. So let me just share with you a little bit about each. As a salon owner, there are some key things that I learned, and I think there are some key takeaways that most people don't consider. Salon ownership is a big responsibility, and it's a big investment of time and money, resources, energy. It really is. Think about it from this perspective. Not only are you opening a business, but you're employing people. People are trusting you that you're going to help them succeed. If you're a person who's not really skilled at business operations or putting systems and procedures in place, excellent in customer care, not only for the clients that come to your business, but also for the team that works for you, you might need to reconsider, because it's not enough just to say, I have a salon and I have employees that work for me, or, to see the name in the building and that's what we've always dreamed about. It's much more than that, but that's okay because salon ownership is great. But I want you to understand it doesn't have to divide us because I choose not to be an employee operated salon. The division comes from people saying such things as the beauty industry is being torn apart because it's so many independent contractors. Well, last year, around February or so, I was reading in a statistics released by the Professional Beauty Association, PBA, that said by the end of the year 2015 that 95% of the industry was going to be independent. So what does that do for the salon owner? You know what? The salon owner is still going to succeed, and they're not going to succeed because 95% of the industry is independent. That's not why they're not succeeding. The salon owners aren't succeeding because maybe they're just not managing the business well enough. Maybe they don't have certain things in place that they should that make them successful. It's not because 95% of the industry are independents. And then there is the booth renter. Okay, booth renters, I'm all for you. Hey, power to the booth renters. I've been a booth renter. I've owned and operated a booth rental salon, but let me share something with you. Number one, if you own and operate a booth renter salon, owners, make sure you do it with a written agreement in place that is signed by each party, that is understood. And my recommendation would be have it reviewed by an attorney for the state that you operate in to make sure that it takes you away from the space of being classified potentially as an employer. That's not what you want. And then for the booth renter, it is a responsibility for you because you own your own small business outside of someone. So it's like renting an apartment where you have a leasing and a lessor relationship. But all of it can work well. And it's a beautiful thing to have that choice. Now, as a salon owner, which one would I choose? Would I choose salon employee operated or would I choose booth renter? Actually, if I wanted and it was solely based on profitability, I would choose salon owner with employees. That's the most profitable model. Now, if I wanted freedom, flexibility, I didn't want the responsibility, I'm not going to help you grow your business. I don't want to have to train you. I don't want to have to do some of those things employers do. Then it may be beneficial for me to open a booth rental salon if I just have to have one. Therefore, in the agreement, I'm going to share and say, you're responsible for this. Guess what? I'm not going to make change for you. We're not going to have a front desk person available to you unless you're willing to pay for a portion of the services used from that person. And that's rightfully so. Why? Because as a booth renter, you are your own business. So all of these things, the cost of doing business, you can deduct at the end of the year on your taxes. Salon owners, be careful if you have a booth rental salon because most of you and most of the ones that I consult with as a business development coach and consultant want control in a booth rental environment. You can't have it both ways. Okay, you have to pick one or the other. You're either going to operate a salon and have employees, or you're going to understand that you have to give up some control with the booth rental situation and that status of ownership. Now, if you want freedom, understand that the booth rental model is not the most profitable model for the owner. The booth rental model or independent contractor benefits from a financial standpoint, the independent contractor or booth rental. So think about why you're getting into it. Think about those things. If you want profitability, you're not going to have it as an owner in a booth rental based salon. If you have to stand behind the chair and work, and this is what I say with people, think about it. If the majority of the money that you make is because you make it on your own, it's not a profitable model for you. If you can't step from behind the chair and your business still operate and make money for you, you might want to reconsider which option you're choosing. Either way, it doesn't have to cause divisiveness. And then there's a salon suite situation. And I've had a salon suite and it worked wonderful for me. I hear people say, especially salon owners with employees, oh, there's no teamwork and you give up being a team. You never give up being a team. Think about it. I've started a community here on We Create. We can be team members. We don't all have to be in the same place. I don't have to work for Salon A and be a part of their team to be successful and to root for them and to wish them success. That's the beauty of what we do. We have Salon Choice, and I think we all should embrace it. We get a lot farther than that, right? We don't have to be arguing. Think about doctors. Do you think orthopedics argue with each other? No, they don't. Even if they have their own orthopedic offices, they don't. They come together collectively and say, hey, Bob, hey, Jill, hey, John. They are together, and we can be too. Salon owners with employees, understand you have a responsibility. Salon owners with booth rental, understand that you cannot control, and the booth renters understand that you have to take control of your own business. And salon suites are perfect. I love the environment. I love the energy. Hey, we have music going on in there as well. I can go to my next salon suite person and say, hey, I'm out of this color. Do you have X, Y, and Z? Guess what? They'll say, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll say, just like I do. When I go to the store on Monday, I'm going to pick it up and I'll return the color. Not a problem. Or what are you doing when you get off of work? What time do you get off of work? Isn't that the same type of conversation that goes on even if I'm booth renting or even if I have a neighbor in the employee operated salon? So we don't have to say and divide our industry because of Salon Choice. Let's embrace our industry because we have Salon Choice. So I want to encourage you and say, guess what? Together at We Create, we're going to do this. This is our business basics topic for the week. It's about Salon Choice. Embrace it for all of us. Not one choice is destroying the industry. We want to stand unified. The thing that destroys us is the divisiveness. We can be successful with whichever we choose. Just understand the rules of the game based on the Salon Choice that you have chosen for yourself and for your business. And with that, Thank you so much. And until next time, I'll see you later. Remember, we'll recreate industry elevation through business education. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.